police bravely did their duty, and our young boys, the flower of our youth and the best of our future, wrote a new chapter in courage and sacrifice by defending their sister and defending their leadership. We will always remember them, and we honor them as the proud sons and daughters of a proud nation. We honor their parents who gave birth to such noble children, who with their bare hands, no weapons, with their bare hands defended us against armed militants. These armed militants want to destroy Pakistan. They want to damage the name of Islam, and they want to hurt the political rights of all the Muslims, and in this case, in particular, the political and economic and social hopes and aspirations of the people of Pakistan through a democratic order. I salute our heroes. I salute the parents of these brave children. Their supreme sacrifice will be written in letters of gold. I wish to thank all the party cadres, workers, and all those supporters of democracy who trekked long distances to welcome me back to the country. Their support and solidarity is unforgettable. I want to thank the members of the international and Pakistani press who covered the long and arduous journey with us and who shared with us a moment that was of a people's triumph, which ended in tragedy, but it was a triumph for all the ordinary people of Pakistan who came and voted with their feet to show Pakistan and to show the world that this great land of ours is not a land of terrorists. It is not a land of militants. It is not a land of extremists. It's a land of peasants who work hard to earn a living. It's a land of the labor who work hard to earn a living, who are often retrenched and do not always get a fair wage. It's a land of women and minorities who are often discriminated but still dream of a better future. It's a land of intellectuals, of poets and artists who together want to build a modern, moderate society. So what are the militants saying? They're saying that peace-loving people are not safe to gather. The only people who are safe to gather are the militants, because the peaceful people don't attack them. So a minority wants to hijack the destiny of this great nation. And we will not be intimidated by this minority. This is a battle for democracy. And if we wish it to be peaceful, we wish it to be political, which is why my party and I, despite criticism from our friends in a segment of the media and by some of our friends amongst other political parties, have entered into political negotiations with General Musharraf's regime for a transition to democracy. We want to avoid bloodshed. We want to avoid loss of life. But I also want to say that if it means sacrificing our lives, if it means sacrificing our liberty to save Pakistan and to save democracy, because we believe democracy alone can save Pakistan from disintegration and a militant takeover, then we are prepared to risk our lives and we are prepared to risk our liberty. But we are not prepared to surrender our great nation to the militants who want to disintegrate and fractionize our country. They are killing our armed forces in the tribal areas of Pakistan. They are knocking on the doors of the frontier province. They want to dissipate the energy of this great nation. I and my colleagues want to save Pakistan. And to save Pakistan, we want to save democracy. Because if we save democracy, we can make our people the guardians of our society. And when our people are empowered, our people will stand up to guard this great land of ours. So we will not stop our campaign. We will not stop our struggle. Despite the heavy loss that we have incurred yesterday, we will continue. This is the land that gave us birth, and this is the land to which we will return. And this land can only be saved from a civil war, as we have witnessed in Iraq, where Sunni is killing Shia and Shia is killing Sunni, or Afghanistan, where one group is killing another group. We do not want Pakistan to disintegrate into little fiefdoms run by local warlords, issuing their fatwas, whether it's from one tribal emirate or whether it is from another area of Pakistan. And we appeal to all the citizens of Pakistan, and we appeal to all those who are true Muslims to look into their hearts and not to support violence, but to support peace, to support a political change, and to support democracy. So the attack last night was a message sent by the enemies of democracy, the enemies of Pakistan, the enemies of the political parties of this country, and the enemies of Islam. It was intended to intimidate and blackmail us and all elements working for democracy or human rights, not just the political parties, but also the civil groups. Because make no mistake, these militants are against a value system. And that value system is the value system of pluralism and of tolerance, of gender equality, of minority rights, and of empowerment. I have no problem with those who have a different view than mine, as long as they take their view peacefully to the people of Pakistan. I have a problem with those who pick up weapons to force people into submission. And people of Pakistan will not be forced into submission. Dictatorship fuels the forces of extremism as well as the narcotics trade. Fearing democracy, these cowards attacked a woman, and they attacked the unarmed men and children and women accompanying me. The attack was intended to warn the people against exercising their right to participate in the political process for the attainment of their social and economic rights. So I let it be known to the perpetrators of the crime that the PPP will not be deterred, and the party would never allow its voice in support of the people's political and democratic rights to be stifled. It is imperative, as I said, for us to save Pakistan, and to save Pakistan through democracy. And we must save Pakistan and save the fundamental rights of our people. The PPP will offer prayers, which we call Ghaibnana Janaza prayers, day after tomorrow on October 21st, in all the district headquarters for those who lost their lives, and also to pray for the recovery of those injured. We invite all the democratic forces and members of civil society to join us on that occasion. I thank all the people who called to condole the deaths of the PPP workers and wish an early recovery to those injured. Those who called me include General Pervez Musharraf, President Hamid Karzai of Afghanistan, Opposition Leader Advani from India, Mian Nawaz Sharif, Mr. Altaf Hussain, as well as Afsandyar Wali, leader of the ANP, Mr. Ghulam Mustafa Jatoi, and several high commissions and embassies.
And Jaswant Singh also called me.
Jaswant Singh, all the people who called us, and the governments whose statements we have read on the papers, which includes the White House, the State Department, Whitehall, France, I believe, China, and all the members of the diplomatic community,
In Islamabad.
Italy and France. I also wish to thank and the United Nations Secretary General. I want to thank the 3 million people who came from far and wide to greet me on my return from exile. As I said, they came from the Karakoram Pass, Azad Kashmir, northern areas, tribal areas, the plains of Punjab, the deserts of Sindh and Balochistan. They came singing. They came dancing. They came in joy. There was such festivity, and they came in joy to mark a return that they felt could be a catalyst to change, to democracy, to a better life. I want to tell all those people that we will not let the militants destroy the hopes of our people for freedom and prosperity, despite the tragedy in the night that followed the triumph in the morning. Before I came to Pakistan, it was conveyed to me that several suicide squads had been sent against me. It was conveyed to me that on information received from a brotherly country, there was one suicide squad from the Taliban elements, one suicide squad from Al-Qaeda, one suicide squad from Pakistani Taliban, and a fourth group, I believe, from Karachi. The telephone numbers of some of the suicide squads or their handlers were also given by the brotherly country to the government of Pakistan. So I hope that with so much detail in their hands, the government would have been able to apprehend them, but I can understand the difficulties. I was advised not to return to Pakistan, but I had given my commitment to the people of Pakistan, or as we say in Urdu, मैंने अपना ज़बान अवाम को दी थी.